The Ummah has become now completely engrossed by the modern type of entertainment. So we play cards, we watch TV, watch movies, play on the internet. Even if you are alone, you can play online. They are offering to you every sort of entertainment that takes you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The entertainment of Muslims is in the Quran, is in the Sunnah, is in the Deen. And everything has been presented to us in the Deen. To entertain ourselves, entertain our hearts, and entertain our bodies. We're completely now in the modern educational system, completely away from the origin of education, that origin of knowledge, knowing that it stems from heaven, not from earth. This is why I say it and repeat it. Islam and Islamic civilization presented the best model, because it was guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was guided by the remembrance of Allah. It was guided by Al-Quran Al-Kareem. Whether they studied math or algebra or medicine, astronomy, chemistry, they presented the best model. And they stopped where they had to stop. They didn't go further. The shaitan didn't have access to their hearts. So they didn't destroy, they didn't pollute the air. They didn't destroy or cause the destruction of the world of plantation. They didn't cause the destruction of the human being and the health of human being. If we are unaware of what's going on in the world now, the diseases that have been discovered are far worse than the diseases that we already know. Read books written by Western writers and doctors. Books like The Coming Plague, that is talking about plagues and diseases that we never heard of. And in few decades, they are going to just take over the Western world. It's Islam who is going to rescue us. So how could a person who sits in such a mosque, in such a madrasa, in such a system, miss the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Similarly, how could we trust a university graduate? How could we trust a PhD holder, even in our deen now? Now there are faculties in our deen now that are teaching the Sharia. You go to any universities and you find Christian students, you find unrighteous students. They will never ask you whether you pray or not. They will never inquire about your righteousness. They will never inquire about your behavior. You never have access to observe your teacher and see how he practices the Sunnah, how he worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You never have access to that. We can never trust people who carry these PhDs